Good afternoon. I'm Dana Tyler. This is a CBS2 update. The search is on for the man who violently robbed two Manhattan stores Sunday, sending two people to the hospital. CBS2's Jenna DeAngelis spoke with the store owner whose son was attacked in one of the robberies.
The latest of two pretty violent incidents happened at this shoe store behind me, Reno. Police say the attacks resulted in two employees being sent to the hospital in serious condition. And now police are searching for the suspect so he doesn't strike again, hoping releasing new surveillance video will help. Watch the man in the orange shirt with a wine bottle in his hand in attack mode. He appears to yell at an employee at the register of Seward Park Liquors. The suspect then follows that man through the Lower East Side store, hurling bottles at him.
At least 10 bottles. He was throwing bottles like crazy. He was out of his mind, evidently. He was a loose cannon.
John DeBlasio is the owner of the family-run business on Ludlow Street. He couldn't bring himself to watch the video because the man being attacked in it, his 42-year-old son, who fortunately wasn't hurt.
He was very upset. I mean, the guy was chasing around trying to kill him with a bottle. He was trying to subdue my son, who was obviously, scared, but he just didn't want to give up the register. But he had no choice. This guy was huge, and he's a little guy.
DeBlasio said it all started Sunday afternoon around 12:45 when the suspect appeared to be a customer buying a mini bottle of Fireball. The suspect apparently refunded himself for that liquor and then some, taking about $200 from the register.
That's scary. I live right here. It's really scary. I got to tell my wife and kid to watch out.
Just over an hour later, police say the suspect struck again. In a different orange shirt and hat, he casually walks into Reno's shoe store in Greenwich Village and out of nowhere starts punching the 66-year-old man and 88-year-old woman who work there, both with cuts deep enough to be sent to the hospital in serious but stable condition.
We just hope they catch this guy. I don't understand why they didn't get him already. He's a bald guy, 6 foot tall, with an orange shirt.
Earlier, police officers came by the store here and told us the employees were hurt pretty badly and they don't believe the store will reopen today. In Greenwich Village, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS2 News.
There is a press conference happening right now about plans for a stepped-up crackdown on synthetic marijuana known as K2 after 5 overdoses on Saturday in Bedford-Stuyvesant. Local leaders and police and parents say there have been more than 100 K2 overdoses in the past 2 years at the same street corner, Broadway and Myrtle Avenue. The NYPD says the K2 problem spiked in 2016 in that area, but has improved. To see the press conference, go to our Facebook page, CBS New York. In Suffolk County's drug fight, police want to find who's responsible for putting drug paraphernalia in vending dispensers in Coram and Medford. One of the dispensers was found in front of the Corn Commons Shopping Center on Middle Country Road. The outside of the box is labeled pens. Police in the Brookhaven town supervisor say for 8 quarters, the machine dispenses writing pens with what looks like a drug pipe hidden inside. The machines have been removed. Tomorrow marks 17 years since the September 11th terror attacks. And while the memorials across the country and city will honor many different responders who lost their lives, there is a new project in the works in New Jersey that would be the first to honor EMS responders. CBS 2's Meg Baker has more.
Inside this garage in Keansburg, New Jersey, is a national treasure.
Joe, you are the president of the EMS Council.
Yes.
And you're on a very important mission. Tell us about this piece of steel and your vision for it.
Well, we have with us together down here a piece of the World Trade Center steel. It was given to us back in 2011, and it was a hope that we would find a place to put this to memorialize our fallen EMS first responders, as well as to those who are still suffering from the effects of 9/11. And that's what this memorial is hopefully going to do.
And so you got permission from Keansburg. There's a spot on the beach, but you need more funding.
Correct. Keansburg had donated a piece of land next to their memorial for us to use. The concern we have is, how do we finance this? How do we get it together? And that's really what we're reaching out for now, is for donations, something to help us keep this moving.
Okay, because we need to get this piece of steel. It's in a friend's garage, a fellow EMS friend's
Yes.
garage, right?
Yes.
In Keansburg, New Jersey, Meg Baker, CBS 2 News.
Jews around the world are celebrating Rosh Hashanah today. It is the start of the Jewish New Year. CBS 2's Janelle Burrell visited an Upper East Side synagogue that makes the holiday celebration unique.
Banners with different themes on Jewish people around the world today celebrating Rosh Hashanah, marking the start of the Jewish New Year 5779, a time of celebration and also reflection.
It's a time for us to think about how the year has been, how we have treated people.
At the East Side Synagogue, the holiday is celebrated in a non-traditional way.
There's music and singing, and that's what attracted my girlfriend and I to this congregation.
Rabbi Perry Berkowitz says his goal is to encourage those who may not regularly practice the faith to come.
Jews who have dropped out of mainstream synagogues, or Jews who never went, or those who were disenchanted, disaffected, who were looking for something different.
A tradition they are always sure to include, one of the signatures of Rosh Hashanah. The sounding of the ram's horn, known as a shofar.
It's meant to wake you up. It's meant to be, in ancient times, it was the call to battle. When you hear it, it's a prayer and sound.
As is the case at most synagogues today, at the East Side Synagogue, among those attending services, a visible show of security as well. As together they usher in the new year with renewed focus and purpose.
When they leave today, they take something with them for the rest of the year.
Rosh Hashanah officially began at sundown last night, the start of a 10-day period that culminates with Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. On the Upper East Side, Janelle Burrell, CBS2 News.
A town run by paper. That's what some are calling some slightly out-of-date ways of conducting business in the town of Hempstead. But things could soon be getting a modern makeover. CBS 2's John Diaz explains.
When you take a step inside the town hall here in Hempstead, it's like taking a step back in time. And that is because of the equipment they are still working on. Nope, your eyes are not deceiving you. What you are looking at right here are typewriters, and the town hall has 72 of them. Staff members tell me that they work on them every single day, 5 days a week that they are here. They're typing up actually very important documents such as birth documents as well as death certificates. They are actually then stored inside this vault right here. Inside really is what is just a very large closet, and inside that closet is also important documents and contracts that the town has. They are now though working on digitizing all of this. They're working on getting them all online so you can access them easier, and also paying for new equipment. So eventually the typewriters will be a thing of the past. No really time frame in the foreseeable future, but officials tell me that they're going to start working on it this December, hoping to revamp actually also their email system. Many staff members though here tell me that they're actually going to miss the typewriters. They've been here since they started working here. A woman has been here for 30 years, and she tells me that, you know, it's kind of become like one of her best friends, and she's going to miss the typing sounds. That's the latest here, though, from Hempstead. John Diaz, CBS 2 News.
Hurricane Florence is getting stronger. The storm has grown to a Category 4 hurricane, winds hitting nearly 130 miles per hour. Both North Carolina, South Carolina, as well as Virginia are under states of emergency. People along the shore are filling sandbags and gathering supplies and food. If predictions are correct, this hurricane could be the strongest storm to hit the area in 30 years. The National Hurricane Center predicts Florence will approach the southeastern coast of the U.S. on Thursday. Will our weather be affected by the hurricane? Here's CBS 2's John Elliott with a look at our forecast on this rainy Monday.
Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Wow, what a miserable weather day. I know. Go ahead and yell at your small device right now. I know. It's that ugly. So let's review the advisories. High surf advisory, 5 to 10 footers. Nasty, not the greatest beach day. Dangerous rip currents. We also have coastal flooding advisories and warnings. So that's during times of high tide. I got to tell you, all this video we're getting in, cars on fire, stuck in the water, flooding, and then guy drives his truck out there because they want to go fishing. I mean, you can't do it. In times of high tide, we have these big numbers, big waves. You're going to see more coastal flooding. And then I think this could be expanded, because it is just still raining, and the concern is going to be with additional inches of rain through midweek, we could see more flooding. Now, this flood watch is in effect until 6 a.m. Tuesday, so we'll see if that changes over the next few hours or days. Today, a damp day, area low pressure, waiting for some warm air, 69 the high, and we're going to have to earn it What happens, though, with that warm front finally pushing through, you saw it there, we're at risk for an isolated thunderstorm. Now, that's a move I've been working on. Jennifer doesn't like that move, but that's that warm front moving through. As it does, that will also add the risk of a thunderstorm in the mix, and still at risk for your Wednesday. Still warm on Wednesday, warm again Thursday, back to 79 on Friday.
That's your CBS 2 update. Stay with us on CBSNewYork.com, along with CBS New York on our Facebook and Twitter pages for the latest news as it happens. I'm Dana Tyler. See you later today on television, CBS 2 News at 6. Have a good day.